Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Stand Gamers, and welcome. So you guys have been requesting that I put a few more battles up on the channel, and that's exactly what we're doing here. As you can see, we actually have a Chaos Battlecruiser, a Carnage Battlecruiser versus two of these smaller frigates. So it's going to be a bit of a 40k battle, and we're going to see exactly what happens. Now there's no shields, I've disabled them all so it's a little bit fairer. Now the weapon setup of either ship as they start to engage, you can see the Chaos Battlecruiser comes into its own when it comes to broadsiding with these sort of sponsor turrets. At the current moment in time, it's engaging with its long range weaponry, that is this large turret on the front and also a missile launcher on its back, and it looks like the two frigates have decided to make a little bit of a run from it. You can see the battle cannons engaging at the moment in time. It looks like it's impacting around the front section there. Now, to make this a little bit fair, that is why there is two frigates. Since that's a much larger craft, I thought that would be the only way of doing it. I'm going to watch this battle until one of the ships is disabled and can no longer move. So let's actually have a look what's going on here. So we're waiting really for these side shot sponsors to get in range. It's taking a lot of Gatling gun fire, and what really needs to be done by the frigates is if they could focus their fire on these weapons that are going to be the side volley rather than focusing the weapons on the top deck, it could reward them with a better chance of surviving later on. At this early moment in time, they want to really stay at the front of this ship because that single battle cannon is not going to cause too much damage, but if they get on them side, it's going to be over very soon. Let's have a look at the frigates weaponry as well. So the frigates themselves have these two large cannons on the top deck. They have a reinforced armor front that should absorb a lot of the damage if they come head to head, and they've also got the Gatling guns on the side that seem to be doing quite a good job. They're trying to shred through both the missiles that are coming in as well as do some damage to the Chaos Battlecruiser. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Maybe getting rid of that turret on the top would help incredibly as well. So I think what's going to happen any second now is them two frigates are going to try to get themselves into some sort of battle posture and take this ship on instead of running away. Well, I hope that's what's going to happen. So it looks like the first one is swinging itself around. Let's get some nice angles of the action. Get a bit of planet in the background for you as well. The battle gun sort of turret is engaging, smoking, overheated a bit, fired a few too many rounds. Now if you're quite a fan like myself of a 40k universe, you may have collected some of the figures and whatnot. This is kind of an area of the 40k universe that you only read about. You don't really get too much unless it's the micro scale ships within the actual modeling type thing. So they both turned around. They're bringing the fight towards the Chaos Battlecruiser. Let's have a look on the side here, because when these guns turn and engage, it's going to be absolute death. Move it down a little bit. There we go. All missiles are firing, absolutely pounding that ship. That ship's staying at the front of it. It's doing quite a wise little decision there. Let's have a look what's going on here as well. So let's have a look for this next volley. You should be able to see it. They take a little bit of a reload time. There we go. Another volley coming in towards the ship. For some reason, they're focusing all the fire on that heavily armoured reinforced area at the front, but you can see the impact is slightly kicking that ship out. The Gatling guns focus from the second ship as well as the large caliber weaponry is doing some damage. Let's have a look if that turret's still operational on top. Yeah, it's doing absolutely fine there. Getting some explosions on this side, and the Gatling guns are shredding through the armor but taking the time. It looks like some Gatling gun fire is focusing on them volley weapons as well. That's very important. They need to get rid of them to actually stand a chance at the moment, because as long as them volley keeps going on against them, they're going to be in some serious trouble. Let's have a look at the battle turret as well. It seems like a lot of these cannons are focusing on the heavily armored area rather than engaging the side. That's not a particularly good idea. Let's have a look how many side sponsoring turrets we've actually got left here. Okay, a lot of these have been taken out. Let's switch the light and have a quick look. Oh, no, we're not. We've got a lot still operational, so another volley should come out. It just depends if they're in the right arc. There we go. Another giant volley at the front of that other ship. Volley's going out towards this one as well, really cutting in there now, causing some real trouble. This is not the sort of position that this ship wants to be in. It's kind of blocked the fire of its sort of friendly vessel out, so it's not going to be able to engage it. They're engaging maybe the captain's quarters as well, trying to eliminate him. Let's have a look. There's going to be another giant volley coming, and if they do this right, they should target all the turrets on the side and just wipe them out. Let's have a look. A few explosions going on the side, few mainly focused at the front. The other ship's starting to edge around. Ooh, that was a big shot coming underneath. A lot of these side turrets are starting to go down. Let's have a look on the side. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That is why you didn't want to get on the side of that Chaos ship. It's just whacked all the side turrets. We've still got the large turrets on the top, but they've got a very slow sort of reload. So let's have a look from a bit of a different perspective what's going on here. We've got that one who's pretty much stuck dead in the water. He's trying to maneuver himself into a position to engage this second ship. And it looks like the Chaos Cruiser is just keeping himself in that position so he can keep the volley fire going on. Very strategic, very dangerous indeed. It looks like there's a bit of a turnaround going on here as well. Maybe this ship's even trying to hide a little bit behind his comrade. He's not doing any damage to him. His turrets are firing perfectly above him and around him, not causing any damage. It's a little bit mean though, using your comrade as cover like that. Missiles are going out. The last volley is going towards it. Looks like they even took off some of the bits for the conning tower at the top. The bridge is absolutely wrecked. The actual pilot seats, if he was still in it, would be alright. As you can see at the top. Yeah, he's accelerating away now. It's probably because too many of his weapons have been damaged on this side. He needs to probably get himself into a position where he can rotate and get all his battle cannons back online. This ship is still following him though. The other ship's turning around now. He's got some Gatling guns on this side, but a lot of his thrusters are damaged on this side as well, so I don't really know how well he's going to proceed into the battle. The turrets are slowly rotating as well. Let's have a look what's going to be going on here. I've got some waypoints set up for these ships so we can actually see what's going on. So we can see where they're going to be moving to. So that's going to be moving to 704, and then it's going to be turning itself around. I can't wait to see it turn around and then open up all over again. The battle cannon turret is actually focusing on that rear one. Small volley going out from the remaining turrets on the side. But still, these Gatling gun turrets are often really underestimated. But they do a lot of damage if they're focused in the right areas. Absorbing a few nasty rounds from the Battlecruiser over there. Getting them last few volleys out. He's chasing him up from behind. Oh, I think he's in position. He's going to begin turning any moment in time, and that's when we want to watch that volley go off, because whatever that volley hits with all them cannons online is going to be in some serious need of medical attention. I think the remote control block's somewhere in the centre, so he needs to pass a little bit further by. Let's have a look at the damage though to the Chaos Battlecruiser so far. A little bit of damage to the rear area, a lot of damage to the centre, a lot of damage to the bridge as we saw, and the main focus was the weapons, getting them out. That I thought was a particularly good play from the AI as well. There we go. Let's see this thing turn around, unleash absolute hell. I don't know how many gyroscopes are still functional, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge seeing what's going to make it turn, how fast it will actually turn with the gyroscopes online. And there we go, it's beginning its turn. Looks like it's engaging as it's moving around. Moving at a bit of a strange angle here. I'm a little bit worried. Could be causing some risk to the ship. Some of the gyroscopes might have been damaged, and that's why it's moving at such an angle like that. Not good at all, exposing your belly at all. Lots of damage to be done. Here we go. Here are all them turrets. Oh no. You don't want to be in that position. At least the other ship's shielding himself once again before this one. Because once he levels off, he's going to be in a very nasty situation. Using his thrusters, adjusting ever so slightly. We've got some fire going on that it looks like it hit the top of the turret there. Some of them 900mm from that far ship, causing some damage by the look of it. He's still positioning himself. The hydrogen thruster's clearly damaged on this side, stopping him from moving. It looks like a bit of a steam train at the moment because of the amount of smoke that's coming out the top of this Battlecruiser. These smaller ships don't look as good though. Oh, here we go. He's leveling off. Battle cannons are engaging. Oh, absolute carnage. Damage going in everywhere. Let's have a look what we've got going on here. So this ship's obviously taking the most damage between the two frigates. All its turrets are off the side. It's pretty much just a dead sort of ship. I've been killed out the bridge because I was sitting in there as I was playing. Yeah, we can see that. It's not ended too well for this guy. I'd say this guy's pretty much out of the fight at the moment in time. We've still got this guy out in the distance. So what I'm going to do, just to make it fair to say this is destroyed, is we'll just pop that out of the action and we'll continue the battle between these two ships that are still relatively in shape. So let's have a look at these main turrets. Once these fire a massive big volley across, he looks like he's dead in the water as well. The battle won't be over, well, it will be over pretty shortly at this rate. There we go, look at that damage he's taking from that broadside. He's got one large turret on the top that could cause some damage, but it's not going to be able to take him out. There we go. And I think we'll wrap that up there. It is very, very clear who the victor of this battle is. and in good time, and he's trying to escape, get his thruster on. You need to jump out of there, buddy. Anyway, lads, thank you guys for watching. If you want me to try battles with shields next time, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to have a mess around with. Let us know in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.